Hello, awesome 8th graders. We are here today to introduce you to Sprint 6, in which you will be creating your visual display presentation boards. This is one of 3 ways you are teaching the other 8th graders about your topic. So you do it through your scene, you do it through your website, and then you do it through your visual display boards. Those of you who are artistic and like to use color and be creative, this is for you. So your presentation boards are due Friday. They will be the first grade in your 3rd trimester gradebook because Friday is the last day of the trimester. And so then if people are absent or whatever, we don't want it to affect your 2nd trimester grade. So this will actually be the first grade on your 3rd trimester gradebook. When you make the presentation boards, you will need to have Post-its for these items. You're going to cover your presentation board with paper and make it look nice. You're going to design it. Before you put anything on it, you need to have a design so you know where things go. And you need to have that design in a document that is shared with everyone in your group so that you don't have some people working on the presentation board in 1st period and then people come along in 2nd period and they don't like what the 1st period people did, and so then they take it off and they start over and then the 1st period people get mad. You don't want to do that. So create a design on a Google Drawing so you know exactly how it's going to look, and then you start executing on those things and you start putting them together. You'll want to do fancy lettering, really big, and you can see that in the example. It's very easy to see what group it is. You also want to make sure that the design is related to your topic. It reflects your topic. It's not just random patterns or whatever. The colors and the pictures you put on there should reflect your topic. You want to talk about that?
Sure. You want to include interactive elements. You need to have, like, you've already printed out all of your things you need to have, like your poetry, your art, your music, what else?
Recipe.
The recipe. And you need to have those on the board. And the way you can really make them exciting and interactive is to have a QR code attached to it that'll bring you to a website or something that you put together. Or you can do the thing where you lift a flap and you look underneath and see what's there. Or little windows or a Q&A or a quiz or a game or something to make your board really interesting. As you can see, that board is sitting on a table, and your board is going to be sitting on a table in the room, in the multi-purpose room, when we're doing our presentation. You want it to look fantastic, and at the base of it, you're going to be putting your food. All the food that you prepared is going to be right there on the table. People will be coming to look at what you've got, looking at your board, looking at all the work you've done, looking at your QR codes, and learning more about what you've done.
Good. You also have to have a map on there besides the poetry and music and food and recipe. You have to have a map, which you can see down here at the bottom. And that is the Google map off of your website. You can print that and put it on there as well. And that's a good way to have an interactive element. You can have Q&A about where those places are or what's significant.
That's true. Good idea.
And then other pictures that are related to your topic can go on there. Finally, when you feel like your board is finished, then you're going to go down this checklist that we have for you, which we will embed in this document so you can see in the Sprint. You'll go down and you'll do a self-check first, and you'll make sure that you have all of the things that are required. And once you believe that you have everything, then you take that to Miss Mesmer or Miss Marinese and get it verified. And we will verify your presentation board that way, and we will also verify your website that way. So there's a self-check, and then teacher verify, and then the group gets the points for it. So I think that's it.
Well, and the other thing we were planning on doing next week was starting on we're going to start their assessment and using the close. Are we going to do that? Or we're going to do that next week? What I was just talking about is what we're going to be working on next week in Sprint 7. So this is what you're doing this week. It's all due Friday. We have a lot of work to do. We're going to be running lines like crazy. We're going to get costumes together. We're going to be doing the presentation boards. There is no reason for you to have any idle time this week, and do a good job.
And remember that we have sprints 4 and 5 need to be done before you start helping with sprint 6. So make sure you get those things verified so you can start on sprint 6. If you feel like before the end of the week is done that you are finished with everything and your board is beautiful and you have everything done, we have special jobs like publicity and arranging the multi-purpose room and figuring out how it's going to be set up. And we've got special jobs for those people, and there's extra credit that goes along with it. So just come and talk to us, and we'll give you a really fun job to do, and you'll earn some extra credit.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Thank you.